Hi everybody, hope everyone is doing well. I would like to share some Torah with you related to Parshat Nasso. The Parsha contains the mitzvah of Birkas Kohanim, and I once heard a true story, a little bit of a sad story, that in Eretz Yisrael there was a boy who was a Kohen, and the Minyan called up the Kohanim. We know in Eretz Yisrael the minhag is to do Birkas Kohanim every single day. In America, the Sephardim do it every single day. And this particular boy, although he was a Kohen, did not go up to recite the Birkas Kohanim. And after shul, people asked him, why didn't you go up? And he said, there was a person in the Minyan who I hate, and therefore I cannot properly bless the Minyan. And it was known in that particular community that there was a teacher, Rahman who really picked on this particular boy as a student, and the student literally hated him. And I heard this story, as a matter of fact, from someone who either witnessed it or knew it to be true. The person I heard it from was a teacher also, actually. And there's a lot to say about that story. But on a halachic level, there really is a validity. There is validity to this concept that Birkas Kohanim should not be recited when there is any hatred in the room between the nation and the Kohanim. We know there is a word added to Birkas Kohanim that it's not just a regular bracha, asher k'yishanu b'mitzvah, etc., but rather the Shulchan Aruch, Kuf Chav Ches, Sif Yud Aleph, writes that the Kohanim and the words v'tzivanu levarech es amo Yisrael bi'ahava. The Kohanim are commanded to not only bless the people, but bless them with love. What is this word love coming to add? The Be'er Heitev on the Shulchan Aruch writes, in the name of the Zohar, Kol Kohen de lo rachem la'am, any Kohen who does not love the nation, O Ama lo rachmi le, or the nation doesn't love the Kohen, lo yisa kapav. Quoting from the Magen Avraham in the name of the Holy Zohar, Zohar HaKadosh. Wow. What emerges from this halacha is that there are certain parts of the Torah that can only be accessed when there is an ahava relationship between one Jew and the next. And literally the mitzvot in certain instances cannot be performed at all unless there is ahava. When we go back to Minyanim, as there's now a major controversy to have backyard Minyanim, to not, many communities have already had some form of Minyanim. And this should be exciting for those who are partaking in this minhag, to have Minyanim. And imagine the thought of finally getting back to Birkas Kohanim after months of not having a Minyan. Imagine being in Eretz Yisrael or a Sephardi Minyan, or let's say this past Shavuos when there was Birkas Kohanim. And imagine someone saying, oh, by the way, I can't duchen today because I hate someone. Meaning out of the 10 people who are, whatever it is, the 25 people who I'm allowed to daven with, that one of them I hate. I would hope that would come off as utterly ridiculous. And as much as politics might be a concept in the average community, I would hope that after COVID-19, people are just excited to be able to say Amen, to be able to have a Baruch Hu and a Kaddish, and be Zoche to recite the Birkas Kohanim. And the love of the Birkas Kohanim should be a stronger love than ever before. I'd imagine that the next time Kohanim get to recite this bracha, the word bi'ahava will resonate on a deeper level. They're sincerely excited to give the people this bracha that they've been so impatiently waiting to bless. We know the final bracha in Birkas Kohanim involves shalom. Rashi in the Tochacha quotes the Medrash that says that there's no point of any other bracha if there's no shalom. You can have all the money in the world and health, but without shalom, there's really no point to anything else. Yisa Shalom Panav V'Yasem Lecha Shalom. And it's a very similar concept. In the same way that there's really no point to material wealth and physical pleasures without shalom, there's really no point of having a minyan without ahava. We should all be zocha not only to be within each other's dalet amos again, but we should be zocha to do it bi ahava and with shalom. And if that was not the case before this pandemic, it should certainly be the case after this pandemic. I look forward to seeing everybody. B'simcha, bi'ahava, u'b'shalom. Have a wonderful Shabbos.